Hey, what's up guys? So day 3, we're gonna do shoulders. So we're gonna run through major muscle groups to a little bit more minor muscle groups in our shoulders. So the first one I'm gonna start with is overhead press. And with bands, you need to make sure that you are either standing close enough with it or far enough away. That way you're getting enough resistance. I typically will put my feet completely together because from a standing position, I'm gonna bring this all the way up so it's sitting behind me and my arms are tucked. And then I'm going to push straight up and then back to 90. And that's what I'm going to do for my 20 reps today for 3 sets. That's our first movement. Specifically with this one, right in your arms, it can kind of drag up and down. So just kind of be cautious of that. You can do it from the front, but when you do it from the front, it tends to want to pull you forward. So just make sure you're keeping your posture nice and tall when you're pushing up. It'll be a little bit more challenging that way. So that's why I don't do it, because I don't want the challenge. The next one's going to be an upright row. So I typically will take my feet out shoulder width apart. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull up. Elbows are coming out perpendicular to our bodies. And it's coming up to about chest height and back down towards our center. So that's what we're going to work with right here. Is chest height, back down, going through our repetitions. So those two are going to be what we start with. Then we're going to move to a couple of minor muscle groups. And what I'm going to do is I have just a blue band here. What I'll do is to start with rear delts. So we're working, kind of pulling and thinking about bringing those shoulder blades together to engage our rear delts. I'm going to take these, I'm going to loop it through my hands. Now you can do this from a wall, and I'll show you like in a stationary position what that'll look like. And we're going to pull it apart towards our chest and back straight. When my hands get about in line with my shoulders is when I'll start to pull back. So you don't need to bring them all the way together. You can sit there and pull from this position. Now I'm going to pretend that I'm anchored here against a door frame, and then I'm going to take it with just one hand. I might need a little bit more. I'm going to pull it out. So if you're anchoring it and working just one arm at a time, you can still work those rear delts. Just really think about engaging with that shoulder blade to pull back. Next movement is a lateral raise. So if you took my class last week, you remember what it looks like. What we're going to do is we're going to bring those bands out to our sides, perpendicular with our body, and back down. As we do that, we're doing our 20 reps. What I'm going to say is make sure that your hands, palms are always facing down. Don't like rotate the palm forward or anything. Keep your palm facing down to really do, you get the most out of that movement. And then the last one we're going to do is a little bit for our traps. So we're going to go back to the bands that I was using earlier for my overhead press. And this one can be a little bit difficult to try to get enough resistance on because we're going to do a shrug. So again, when we do shrugs, we go straight up, hold it, and back down. And then if you need to see it from a side point of view, straight up, hold it, and back down. Try not to roll your shoulders too much when you're doing a shrug. It should be mainly up and down. And that's it. 3 sets, 20 reps. See y'all tomorrow.